And now, let's just be clear. Now, there may be 12 of y'all up there, but it's all just you, right? You ain't had a conversation with nobody, and or you are terrified. Well, you know, if I do that, then this is gonna happen. And then when I do that, oh my God, and how am I gonna do that? Oh Lord, and then when that happens, and you know that's gonna happen because you're in your head alone, terrorizing yourself. How do you mend a broken mind? A broken mind that produces thoughts that terrify, that brutalize. Oh my God, I can be so brutal in my mind. In my mind. Nobody up there but me. I don't need to see the news. I don't need to read a newspaper. And when you really get into it, because the mind will cycle, you know? Have you ever wanted to have a conversation with somebody, and so you prepare yourself? And I'm gonna say this, and they can say that. And then you don't even open your mouth. How do you mend a broken mind? Forgiveness. We don't see what's going on right now. We see what happened before. We see everything through the past. The past is our filter. And unless we forgive the past, and unless we open our heart, and unless we acknowledge what's going on, and unless we begin to recognize the thoughts, it's like a dog. This is probably not a very good spiritual interpretation, but I'm going to tell it to you because it's very vivid, and you'll recognize it. Have you ever had a puppy? Have you ever had a puppy? Okay, or a kitten. But puppies, let's look at puppies. Those who didn't have a puppy, make it up. You make up everything. Just act like you know what I'm doing. You'll be acting like you know everything else. So you buy the puppy and you're trying to train the puppy. And you want the puppy like to potty here or potty there, and you have to take the puppy in. And if you don't, the puppy will pee everywhere. He'll poop anywhere. But then when the puppy gets about 9 months old, it starts humping. Right? Furniture, feet, people. And here this beautiful dog that you spent, you bought it the matching bowl and leech and the collar, and company comes over and here's the dog. On the company. Isn't that embarrassing? You don't know what to say. The dog just goes to the people and just passes by all of a sudden and then stop and get on the leg. Have you ever seen that? Thoughts are like that. A negative thought will hump you. So you gotta train your dogs. Train your dogs. Look what they did. You don't understand. I did this all by myself. Whenever I need something, nobody say, I don't know how to do this. Train your dogs. Train your dogs. If it's not loving and it's not peaceful and it goes more than once in your mind, a dog is humping on you. Train it. Don't feed it. Don't pet it. Don't entertain it. Get your mental newspaper balled up and swat that puppy on his butt. Train your dog. How do you mend a broken mind? Forgiveness and mental training. Because thoughts are energy. You think something long enough, often enough times, you just start to exude the energy of it. You know, and many of us are carrying energy of thoughts we thought 5 years ago. Clean up your energy. Clean up your energy. Know what I did? And this is how I discovered it. After my daughter passed, I couldn't get the grief off of me. Even when I started to feel better, I was grieving. And I would look at myself, you just look grieving. you know, and people could understand it, but I knew it was an energy. So I went back to my roots. My father was a master herbalist, crazy as days long, but he, you know, because the crazy people know good stuff too. Don't think just because you're crazy you don't know nothing. You can be crazy and know some good stuff, and because some crazy people can fry a nice wing, girl. Bake a good pie, you know, some nice biscuits, you know. That's why don't dismiss people because they're crazy. They can still do some good stuff. You can do some good stuff and you're crazy too. Can't you do some good stuff? You know you're crazy and the day is long, but you can do some good stuff, right? Yeah, right? So it's okay. You know what? They don't have a tax on crazy. Ain't that good? They tax everything else. You can be crazy if you want to. Anywho, I recognized that I was crazy. And my father was a master herbalist and taught me a lot about herbs. And Jamia, my daughter, was an aromatherapist. So one day I went out, I live on 30 acres of land. I went out and I just started picking bush because I remember how my grandmother, who was half Cherokee and half African, used to pick bush. And so I went and I picked bush and I took it in the house and I baked it. And I baked it. And then I went and I started pulling oils, yeah? And I said, okay, I need to clean up my energy. So I baked those herbs, and herbs are living, and I talked to them. And I mixed them with the oil, and I put them in my black soap, and I started washing. And with the days, I felt better. And I said, you know what? There may be some other people that need to clean up. So I made some black soap, and I baked the herbs, and I pray on the herbs, and I pray into the water, and I add the oils. Because sometimes the crazy you feel is an old crazy. It ain't even a new crazy because we got to clean up our energy. How do you mend the broken mind? Clean up your energy. Clean it up. And if you can't do it with soap, sometimes just shake. You know, I had a very rough morning. I was in the airport doing this. It's better. Okay. Now it's one thing to be crazy in the airport when nobody don't know you. But when you've been all over and you crazy in the airport, they know. I just had to shake it off. How do you mend a broken mind? Clean up your energy. Forgive. Shake it off. Shake it off. Because if the heart is broken, it's going to feed the mind. If the mind is broken, it's going to feed the heart. Yeah?